Hello, this is Survival-gyver, and today we're taking a look at the MRESTAR Pink Spoon campaign. So the Pink Spoon campaign has to do with Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is the month of October. I am unfortunately a little tardy to the party. That is purely my fault. I lost track of time with everything else going on. So, MRESTAR, I'm sorry. I screwed up. And I have no problems admitting when I'm wrong here. But anyway, we're going to take a look at this. So MRESTAR sent me 2 MREs, which is awesome because I'm a prepper, so having extra food around is awesome. This one is Menu 11's chicken and sausage gumbo. The other one I had was Southwest chicken, I think it was, which I had last week. I actually brought it for lunch, so that was really good. So we're going to open this up and take a look inside, and we're going to talk about the Pink Spoon campaign. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pink spoon, that's kind of an odd thing to do. So, with MREs, these come with a spoon. They can actually come with a whole bunch of stuff, and we're going to talk about that. But typically, they come with a green or brown spoon, which are kind of like the Swiss Army knife for a MacGyver kind of thing. You can do a lot with the spoon. Not only can you eat food with it, but you can take with it. You can fix things like antennas. I've seen them used for lashing up, like broken wrist, all sorts of things. You never want to leave your spoon. Spoon's very, very important. And spoon really is, without the spoon, you can't eat food properly, and it's a life-altering issue. So in this case, they've changed the brown spoon, or green, I've seen them in 2 different colors, to pink. So that is awesome. A little odd to do. I think they should do it for like a whole year instead of just a month, but I understand they're going for like breast cancer awareness. I get it. At least for the civilian versions, they should make them pink. Military, I can understand if you made it back to the original color, but for civilian use, if you can mark them as civilian use, make them pink. So we're going to talk about some things here, and they are also, I think it's have paperwork on it, and I don't remember what it all was here. So they talk about the Pink Spoon campaign awareness. So important things to know. You'll see they talk about Army Ranger gets confirmed kill with MRE spoon, things of that nature. But resilient, courageous, strong. During the month of October 2025, MRESTAR will be exchanging the big brown spoon packaged inside every MRESTAR meal with a big, beautiful pink spoon to recognize, honor, and support all women fighting breast cancer. MRESTAR will donate up to $10,000 to our local breast cancer awareness center, mybreastfriends941.org. Sorry, I'm a male, so I'm immature. What can I say? From all online sales during the month of October. Now, if you're interested in doing this, and I would personally like for you to even pick up some extra MREs just in case, kind of thing. But at the very end, below where you put your payment in, there's a send a note. Send a thank you to MRESTAR for doing something like that. That's awesome. Also, if you can, I'm not getting paid to do this. They were nice enough to send me this, but I'm not getting paid for this in any sort of way. And cancer awareness is important to me. I just lost a family member to cancer. It wasn't breast cancer. It was a blood cancer, but it's still important. Sorry. Still a little sore from that. But if you can, leave a note saying thank you or sore on Survival-gyver channel or something of that nature. Just to see, Okay, so let's get into this, right? So they talk about what they do. Their meals are about 1,200 calories. So I want you to understand, so each meal, I've showed other kinds of MREs on this channel. These are the best ones that you can get. They taste the best. They also have the most equipment in here. And what I mean equipment is all sorts of stuff. So MRESTAR produces single entree variety, several. I need to put my glasses on. Entree varieties: beef, chicken, pork, and vegetarian. Starch, 2 varieties: salted crackers, big 4x4, 2 per pack, or tortillas, 3 per pack. Spreads, 3 varieties, peanut butter, jelly, or cheese. Peanut butter. Snack, 4 varieties, nut and raisin, dried fruit, butter, toffee, peanuts, or toasted corn. So we'll see what we have in here. You also get a dessert, 2 varieties of the big cookie, oatmeal, and shortbread. There's drink mixes as well, 5 varieties of our isotonic fruit drink mix. And there's an accessory pack. This is the important stuff. Pink spoon, napkin, salt, pepper, wet napkin, instant coffee. Now, instant coffee may not be typically great. You know, it's not as good as fresh coffee. But when you're in the middle of nowhere, coffee is king. So, coffee is awesome. Sugar, non-dairy creamer, candy, and a brush pick. Kind of like a toothpick. Alright. So, we'll also get into this. Why MRESTAR is promoting Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Early detection of breast cancer matters. Over 250,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer in the United States each year. Raising awareness about breast cancer could guide some women toward early detection. MRESTAR also supports those who have already been diagnosed with breast cancer. MRESTAR cares, and we want to help. Our goal is to donate $10,000 from our sales of our MREs during the Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. Now, they'll donate up to $10,000. But I also suggest that you donate directly. All right? Either to your local. I was on the other side, by the way. To your local breast cancer group. Because it's important. This thing came as well, and when it was in the package, I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was a sticker. It's apparently a mouse pad. So that's come to work with me. I'm sure that'll disappear pretty quickly in my job. So, here is meal ready to eat. Now, complete meal, chicken, sausage, gumbo, as we talked about it prior. There's, I don't know if you can see that. Best by July 31st, 2028. All right. Eat pink. That's kind of cute. So, that's awesome. Now, there's a peelable seal here. I remember how to open this thing. One moment, please. All right, so when you don't have nails and such, it's a little hard to open, but just opened up. Got a little seal. Okay. So let's take a look at what's inside. There's a lot inside. So I'm going to pull everything out. Well, maybe I'll do one at a time. What we got here first? That's the gumbo with chicken and sausage. Alright, actually I think it's funny how it's gumbo with chicken and sausage, and on the front it's chicken and sausage gumbo. So, interesting. Basic nutrition facts. Fats, cholesterol, sodium, which is 780, which is not bad, by the way. I have some MREs that are like 2,000 milligrams sodium, which are still less calories than this. So, and that's for one serving size, one pouch. All right, and you got some basic vitamins: vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium. No actual vitamin D, doesn't show any, but you'd be surprised everything's got it. Your list of ingredients contains soy wheat, and it looks like it's Spanish and French. That might be French down there. Yeah, I think it's French. I'm not quite sure. Right? But I know poro is chicken, so that's definitely Spanish. And this one sounds like it should be French. British Blanc, Emmenton, yeah, that looks like French to me. Right? Do not heat meal pouch in microwave. Yeah, so that's always interesting. Right? So like small gumbo in the front, big gumbo in the back. So that's odd, but whatever. Right. How to eat an MRE. MRE meals ready to eat. Require no preparation. They can be enjoyed hot or cold. Simply tear open the meal pouch at the notched portion on the side of the pouch and spoon out. To heat the MRE, flameless ration heaters, Ration heaters are provided with most MRE meals. In this case, simply follow the instructions printed directly on the ration heater itself. Here are some alternative methods for heating your MRE. Stovetop was the information. Camping stove and microwave. Do not place the meal pouch in the microwave. I'm not sure if it'll melt or conduct electricity. I'm not sure which. Could burn. I don't know. I've never tried it. If somebody would donate a old microwave to me, I will test it. Shelf life of an MRE. Military specs require MREs to last for a minimum of 3 years at 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 27 degrees Celsius. I almost said Kelvin. Celsius. However, if stored in ideal conditions, an MRE will last substantially longer. See the chart below for reference. So, 1 month at 120 degrees, so that's like desert temperature, up to 60 months if, 55 degrees or less Fahrenheit, all right? Product of the United States. That's important to me. Okay. So we got the gumbo, all right? Let's see what else we got in here. Yep, there's your pink spoon. Ooh, it's got sweet tarts. Check that in a moment. So we got crackers in this one, 170 calories, and they are very vacuum packed. So that's kind of cool. Interesting how they're called biscuits and yeah. So that's interesting. Made in Sarasota, Florida. Some basic numbering information on the side. That's probably for them to figure out what's what. We're going to go through this in a little bit. We'll do that at the end. Here is your flameless ration heater. So they tell you what you can add into it. Tear up the heater bag at the top and into the MRE pouch. Add water to heater bag and fill up to the fill lines, which is about 2 ounces. Fold the heater bag over the top of the MRE pouch and insert into the meal box with the heater underneath the MRE. Allow the MRE meal to heat for 15 minutes. Tear bag where indicated to remove the MRE pouch. Remove with caution. Steam and hot water will be present. Ask me how I know that it's hot. Used heater should be disposed as household trash. So, the heaters in here are actually like some of the other brands that I've used. This one is a lot more, how can I say it? One, it gets hotter, and two, it works 99.9% of the time, as opposed to some of the other brand flameless heaters, which work for like 10% of the time. So this is a really good one. I like these. These are awesome. Now, you don't necessarily even have to use water. I've used other things other than water. I've used muddy water, since you're not actually heating everything in it. You're just using it for heat. You're not adding water with it. They also tell you do not drink the water from the heater bag because you have all this carbon and other stuff that's in there. Vapors released by activated heater contain hydrogen, a flammable gas. Keep away from open flames while you're heating it. It is what it is. But so that's the ration heater. We got shortbread cookie, and that is a big cookie. 300 calories. Wow. Fortunately, I don't have a way of zooming on this camera. We got toasted corn, which I've never had the toasted corn one. I might try that. 250 calories. Almost 400 milligrams of sodium, 395. But again, not bad. What else is in here? We have peanut butter. Awesome. Always love peanut butter. And pink lemon power stick beverage. Vitamin C added with electrolytes. That sounds pretty cool. Mixed with 12 ounces of water, so it contains first ingredient is sugar. Alright. So remember, the first ingredient is the main ingredient. Come on, focus. It's having a hard time focusing with everything else in the background. There we go. First ingredient is sugar, so you know it's going to be strong. Alright. Citric acid, sodium citrate, modified food starch, lemon flavor, red lake, So not horrible. Let's see. How much sugar is actually in here? Sodium is 200 milligrams. 23 of added sugar. I can't see past this seal here. 23 grams of sugar includes 23 added grams of sugar. So half the contents is sugar. Just about. It's 46% of yours. Of that. So I will definitely be trying that tomorrow when I go to work. Alright. And that is it in the bag. So, cool stuff there, right? So let's take a look, okay? So we got our short cookies. Awesome. Trying to leave everything on the screen here. Crackers. Corn nuts, or toasted corn. Drink mix. Peanut butter. Love peanut butter. There at the corner. I always check for sugar and salt. Dietary restriction on my end. So that's the gumbo. Let's take a look inside the package. So that's the important spoon. Right. I'm going to be bringing this to work with me tomorrow, just in its separate pieces. Alright. Alright. First thing is, we got Smarties. That's awesome. So, candy. Usually some kind of sugar or chocolate, excuse me. Chocolate is fine for a lot of things, but depending on where you are, it may melt and be gooey inside the package, and that would not be good. So they typically use something that's like a Smartie, Tic Tac, something of that nature that you can still get sugar from. This is a... what's the right word for it? It's a morale booster. It's also good, you know, if you're working with kids or something of that nature. Help them out as well. So Smarties, awesome. We got a wet nap, unscented wet nap. Water and Kathon. I don't know what Kathon is. I'm assuming it's some kind of alcohol. Unless that's the actual material of the wipe, I don't know. It says do not use near eyes, rinse thoroughly with water. Stop using, consult the doctor if irritation or rash occurs. Made in New York. So, yep, I'm going to have to look up that one ingredient because I don't know what it is. So, what now? Enjoy brand sugar. Because sugar is always important. Sugar Food Corp of New York. So that's cool. Enjoy brand coffee creamer. Corn syrup solids, palm oil, mono and diglycerides, potassium sulfate. So pretty much it's regular non-dairy creamer. It contains milk, so if you're lactose intolerant, might be a problem. Do not store near open flame and high heat source. The reason for that is powders. Most powders are explosive or flammable. Yeah. One of those weird things I've learned. Especially sawdust and coffee creamer especially. None of the ingredients by itself are flammable. But what it does when it mixed in with a volume of air over a fire just makes a big whoosh. Very, very bad. So coffee creamer. We got salt and pepper. MRESTAR branded stuff. So that's kind of cool. This is that. It's essentially a really thin. Like here, it's a toothpick, but it gets really, really thin on one side, like a dental stick. So let me open this up because most people don't know what these are. It's not a regular toothpick. It's a dental pick. So I don't know if you can see that on here. It's kind of oval shaped. It's a little hard for me to hold. But you have this side that's got some grooves in it to help you pick crap out of your teeth. And this side also a different way to get crap out of your teeth. Come on, focus. Okay, apparently it's not going to focus. But that's what it is. So that's cool. I'm going to put that on top of the gumbo because you're not going to be able to see it otherwise. We have deep rich coffee. Most of the MREs that I have do not contain coffee. Most of them don't carry most of this. Usually it's a very high calorie product and maybe sugar of some sort and salt and pepper. But this one's a really nice kit. So deep rich coffee since 1961. Empty contents of package into a cup, add hot water, stir, and enjoy. So, made in Flanders, New York. So I like how everything in here is United States based, especially New York, but go from there. So this is crushed red pepper flakes. This adds that little bit of kick, just a little bit of kick to your food. I know people that will trade a lot for these, because that's awesome. This is the only brand that I know that carries anything like this. We get a napkin. All right. I'll put that here. And of course, the most important part, the spoon. Now it's a pretty big spoon. And it's strong. It's flexible. You can twist, but it's solid. And this is another version of the green spoon or brown. But this one's pink. And it's recyclable. Recyclable. Although, interesting enough, that looks like Korean on the back. It looks like South Korean written on the back. So, not sure on that one for made in America or not. I think they're made in America. It's probably the plastic is probably, this product is probably designed elsewhere. But very, very awesome spoon. Unfortunately, I can't get it to not be out of focus with this camera, which is really sad because it's a good camera and this is a good product. So, that's what we have here. So this is the MRESTAR chicken and sausage gumbo, the MRE, the full kit and caboodle. This is a really nice set. Do I think that MRESTAR is a little pricey? Some people have asked that. Yes and no. I think they're properly priced for what you get in the kits. I can show you other ones by other brands that are nothing like this, that cost more than this, with less flavor of their food, in my opinion. So, MRESTAR is getting a donation from me later this month. It might be closer to November, but because I screwed up and I forgot about this, and they gave this stuff to me over a month ago. It's just been sitting on my pile of stuff I need to review on. I know a lot of people would just be like, oh, let's open it up and eat it now. It's 9:30 here at night. I already ate, and I'm just going to say I'm going to put all this together in a Ziploc bag and bring it to work. That's essentially what's going to happen. So yeah, they're going to be getting some kind of donation from me, or I'm going to, buy some from them anyway. Again, because I'm sorry that that this was so late. All right. So that is it for today. Take a look at MRESTAR.com. Link will be in the description. And I'll go from there. So please, if breast cancer awareness is important to you or anyone in your family, take a look. A donation is always welcome. Whether it be $5, $500, $5,000, $5 million, it all adds up and it's all important. And I typically don't do videos like this, but it's important. And thank you, MRESTAR, for not hounding me about this. They didn't even tell me that October was going on. And again, that's my fault. I've just been so overwhelmed with family issues. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Questions or comments, leave it below and I'll answer it as soon as I can. I may, in this top corner here, leave a link to do another video about MREs, whether it be this channel or my ADHD Prepper channel. So we'll see. Might be a whole lot of good stuff in there. Don't know. But we'll take a look, okay? So thank you for watching. Questions, comments, leave them below and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Like it if you like. I'm no longer going to ask for subscribers because nobody ever listens to me. So, thank you for watching and have a glorious night.